when I was listening to Lily, I agree with you. We have to think about those girls, especially the girls in the rainforest or in the villages. They have been forgotten. And I am here today for those girls. My story is a story about a little girl. Her name is Vaukeli. When I first met her, she was 8 years old. In 1991, I was hired by the Fanja National Park project as a public awareness. My job was to find some solution about the destruction of the rainforest. The government wants to protect that forest to make it as a national park. So they hired us so that we can gather some data and put it together, send everything, and then write micro projects so that it would be an alternative, a sustainable development for the villages, and at the same time, a conservation, protection of the rainforest. And it was not an easy way for me. It was not an easy job because I was a city girl. Before I left Antananarivo, I was a tour guide on a cruise ship. And here I am, living in a rainforest, deep rainforest of Madagascar, the Fanja National Park in Antananarivo. I have no idea how to work with the villagers, but I know I've got to have a job, and I've got to do it very well, because I'm always, or when I decided, I do it. So one day, I woke up, there was this little girl and her mother. They were at my door, and the mother said, Mademoiselle, because they call me Mademoiselle, here's my little girl, keep it as your maid. And I said, how old is she? And she said, 8 years old. I said, what can an 8 years old can do as a maid? And, but Vaukeli was looking at me and said, please keep me. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm staying here. So I said, okay, Vaukeli, you're going to be my child. So let's stay together. Whatever we're going to give your mother, that's fine. We're going to work it out. I had the most wonderful time in the rainforest because of Vaukeli. She's my little angel. She taught me about her culture. She knew about everybody in the village, the gossips, the pamsav, everything. And I was like, I had a lot to write because of her. She gave me everything I need. And I think my job was a successful one. Unfortunately, I had to leave the village because I had also another dream. I want to go to the States. I want to study again. And because I was a student at the University of Antananarivo, studying, majoring in English, so I thought that I have to keep going also because I was still young myself. I was 23 years old. So I left Madagascar, I left Vaukeli. So in the US, of course, I migrated to US, and in a city called Boulder, Colorado. This is a thriving city, high-tech city. They have a very liberal mind in this city. It's very hard for you, a rainforest girl, because I lived 4 years in the rainforest before I moved to this city, to adjust. I had a culture shock. I said, what's going on? Am I crazy? I thought I had pretty good things in the rainforest. I built a school, we did a lot of things, and here in the United States I had nothing. I mean, my school was going well, but that's about it. My love life, everything went bad. Failure. So I decided maybe I have to touch to my country. I have to go back again. So when I went to Madagascar again, I went to my hometown, Fanja, where I have to go get my family and tell them that I'm divorced. My mom was not happy and said, what's going on? You go home. And I said, I cannot go home, Mom. I don't know what to do. So anyway, let's go find Vaukeli. We went to the village again to visit the rainforest. And to my shock, the village went poorer and poorer. It was in disarray. And I asked, where's Vaukeli? And they say, Vaukeli died. What? Vaukeli died? What happened? And they said, well, you left. I said, oh, yes, I left. Well, she died 2 years after you left. And her mother sold her off to men, a group of men, herding cows to Manandar or Manakara. I cried very, very hard that day. I said, what happened? This is unbelievable. I can't live this way. So this is a life purpose, maybe. I need to find some way to lay a good path for the girls. I don't want to see another case of Vokil anymore. So I said to my mom that I'm going back to the US and I'm going to be another person. I'm going to check these girls. I'm going to build something for Madagascar and also be another woman when I'm in the US. I have to be another person living, changing life positively. I can't be any more negative, any more failures. Every failures will be maybe obstacles and another stepping stones, but no more acceptance of failures. So I remarried. My husband is a native of Madagascar, George Rayleton, and he studied with me also at the university. Together, I told him that we have to start a nonprofit. So my nonprofit today is called Hope for Madagascar. Mission, reduction of the poverty in Madagascar, conservation of the biodiversities, and at the same time, village development. First of all, we have to find a village to work. I didn't want to go back to Vokil's village. She's not there anymore. So I chose Ambalna. Ambalna is a village that's far away from the rainforest. We noticed those villages away from the rainforest are forgotten. Only all the projects, all of this USAID, whatever you name it, they're all around the rainforest. They don't know about those villages are outside. So I said, I'm going to go to those beaten path and work on them. Find some way, maybe I can make a difference. So with the Hope for Madagascar, we start education. We build schools, cyclone-proof buildings, because the schools are over there are made of bamboos. The village we work is called Ambalna. It's in the commune of Sandrui, and it's in Vatvavfit Vinane. Over there, they have another, like, a social organization called Charu Bay. And we work with the kings. And the kings talk to the youth. And the youth are respected. And they respect their kings. And we work together. We work with the teachers. We work with the women. We work with the children. And I think you could see that my life is always with children. When I go here in Madagascar, I don't have time to stay here in Antananarivo, seeing all of this bad stuff out there. I'm going directly to the rainforest, work there, I finish the job, I go back to the US. So the reason is because in the US, I work hard also to promote Madagascar. We sell hats. We design hats, we make hats, and then we sell them. Promote Madagascar all the time. So when I work in the rainforest, in Ambalna, this village, somebody talked to me and they said, Madame, look, we drink the dirty water. What can you do? And I said, well, I can't promise you anything. I don't know anything about pumps or water, but if there's something I can do, I will come and help you. So in US, I told this lady that I'm looking for people who can help me about installing pumps in the rainforest or in the villages in Madagascar. They connected me with the engineers without borders. I was so passionate to talk to the engineers, telling them what's going on in the rainforest, in the impoverished countries of Madagascar. They were so armed, and they said, we're going there, Fanja, we're going to do it. So now, from 2005 to 2014, we installed in Ambalna, just one single village, 6 pumps. And then also, I talked to other groups in the US about the nutrition in the village, how it's hard to work, because they're hungry. So anyway, I will.
It's 9 minutes. We cannot go beyond.
Thank you. But anyway, what I say is, please don't stay to your chairs. Go to the village. Work with them. I prefer working with girls and women because that's, I think, what my passion is. So happy Women's Day.